Hey, how's it going, guys? Krill YGO here. This is my 3-axis, basically PK Fire, uh, level 3 turbo deck profile, Cherubini turbo. I came up with a really fun little combo that used Smoke Grenade in Burning Abyss, and I took it to locals, and I took it to locals during the week and got undefeated, top 4, won locals, and then I took it to the winner box this weekend and managed to come out on top. I won the winner box. Got a bunch of store credit, and I figured I'd make a deck profile for it. I decided to do this record my face thing for the intro, just to try it out. If you like it, let me know, and I'll do it for more deck profiles whenever I make more deck profiles. And yeah, so this deck is not very good. I hate this deck, but I did well with this deck, and I figured it'll be funny to show you guys this horrible, horrible abomination. There will be a Dueling Book deck link in the description if you just want to see the deck list. However, I do advise, if you are confused about anything you see in there, come back to the video and hopefully the video will explain it to you. I'll try to go through as quickly as possible. I don't want to take up too much time, but I do like to talk and it may be a while. Hopefully it isn't. We'll see what I can do in the editing room. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy. Okay, so 3-axis Cherubini Turbo. I'm going to get straight into it. So 3 Tour Guide, obviously, best starter in the deck. 3 Rhino, it's another normal summon, but it plus any BA is full combo, or any level 3 extender. Then for the BAs, obviously 2 Graph and 2 Seer. I'm so happy these are back at 2. It doesn't really help this deck as much, but you know, they did not deserve to be at 1 anymore. Then for the other ones, 2 Farfa, so like sometimes you can end on Beatrice, and if you do, you want one of these to be in deck, so the Beatrice can send one. And the other BAs, Libich, 1 Scam, Eldlich, Barbar, Calcab. So like these 2 I was gonna cut for other cards, but I forgot to. These are fine as one-offs. Like Libich comes up sometimes. It's got really funny interactions with some of the other cards in the deck, but yeah, these are just like names. These are basically just combo pieces, level 3s. And then 1 Rubik. So this is like more important than the other ones. Because after you make Cherubini, you need a level 3 and a tuner, so you can make Needle Fiber. So Cherubini could just summon this. Now onto the PKs. 2 boots, 2 cloak, and a gloves. So like, the gloves I added in afterwards. It didn't come up today, but being able to send the trap, Fog Blades to Reborn, particularly like when you're trying to break boards and stuff like that, and you just need as many monsters as possible, it comes up. Then so 1 Snake and 1 Jackalope. We're not playing Nessie because it's not level 3, but I don't know. I'd consider putting it in just so that like you could draw both of these and Jackalope won't be dead. These are the generic level 3 extenders, I should say. 3 Gallus. Even though we're playing some spell and traps in the deck and hitting them sucks, it's just a level 3 extender. It's just really, really good. 3 Kage Motion Knight. Again, just like an extender. It works with any level 3 that isn't a BA. It works with itself. It's like a Butter Spy, but you can use Butter Spy with itself. Obviously, Chain Blocks Tour Guide, but that came up a couple times actually. 3 Wielder and a Tracker. So I'm playing 3 Wielder because I want access to a tuner in addition to making Cherubini. Tour Guide does that by itself, but I want to open a tuner so that I can make Needle Fiber. So I'm maxing out. It's 60 cards, so if I draw multiples, like, you know, whatever. I'm also playing 3 Arborea because of that, because I really want to open a tuner extender that I could just summon from my hand for free. And if I open 2 tuner extenders that I could just summon for free, I also end with an extra negate. Then the other Crusaders, 1 Reclusia, really helps going second. It's also just like a free name you could search. But yeah, I popped multiple cards with this. Like, special summoning this next to Cherubini's arrow is like really, really good. The 1 Draco, so if you have access to 2 tuners already, you could search this in place of one of the tuners, and it gives you an extra negate. I'll explain later. So those are kind of like just extenders, generic extenders. Now one carbonated. This just gives you another way for Cherubini to get a tuner. If you open Rhino plus a BA, so Rhino send Graf, summons here, then you send this with Cherubini and you get a tuner. Edge Sabers. So I'm playing Dragoon, and so if I open Red Eyes Fusion, I can dump Edge Sabers and put it back on top of my deck so that Verte Anaconda is still live. One Sangan. So I summoned this off Tour Guide for the standard combo. This can also be summoned off Libich from my hand, which is really funny. But yeah, so this just searches any Crusadia, or it either searches a tuner extender if I need it, or if I've already got all the tuner extenders, it searches Draco to give me the extra negate. Violent Cube to search Smoke Grenade. Yeah, like, dumb card. Okay, this is the weird part. So I'm playing Baby Dragon and a Flamvell Guard. So these are the two Carbonetan targets. Either a level 3 if you need it, or a tuner if you need it. Baby Dragon won an event. And then Dark Magician Red Eyes. So like 4 vanillas in the deck. There were so many games where I opened multiple vanillas. There was one game where I opened both of these, and I was like, hey, are you kidding me? Like, this is why I hate this deck. I hate Dragoon so much, but just like, the payoff is just, it just wins you so many games. Like, it won me so many games by itself. That's it for the monsters. A ton of monsters. So for spells, obviously Foolish Burial, it's just everything. Rota searches us Arborea. As I said, I need to open a tuner extender, and then E-Telly just searches us Wielder, or Tracker if I've already used Wielder. Unexpected Die, so I figured if I'm playing the Carbonet and Vanillas, I was trying to bump it up to 60, and this is just an extender. It's either a level 3 or a tuner, like, it's perfect. I didn't put Take Tomborg and Terratop in. They were going to be what I replaced the Barbar and the Calcab with. Obviously, Baby Dragon, being a wind for Take Tomborg, comes up sometimes, but yeah, it's fine. So Smoke Grenade, and then Living Fossil for if I draw it. These are just, you search these, it's fun. Then the Red Eyes Fusion, because, yeah. Then 2 Fogblade and a Shade. Yeah, the combo gets you one of each, and if you open one, you could just search the other. Like, plus like the grind game, I guess. Yeah, that's it for the main deck. So like, there's stuff I can mess around with the main deck, but like, it's mostly the extra deck where the experimentation comes in. The main deck is basically just like level 3 extenders and stuff like that. Anyway, on to the extra deck real quick. So Cherubini, obviously this is Isolde of this deck. Also playing Needle Fiber. So like, we're playing a bunch of cards that our opponent just has to negate. Needle Fiber being one of them, Linkross being another, Rusty being another, and Anaconda. So like, we've just got a ton of cards that our opponent has to negate. I played through 3 Fogblades in one turn, and went on to make an access code and win, just because like, you can't let half of these cards resolve. Like, you have to just stop everything in this deck, and so like, some games just become super free, particularly going second. Like, this card alone just helps going second so much. It also helps like to play through hand traps. Like, I hate that the game has got to a point where you have extra deck extenders. So like, if they negate your first extra deck extender, you could just summon another one that they have to negate, and then you could just summon another one which summons an untargetable Dragoon, like, for free. I don't like what the game has become. IP, like, if I have extra extenders in my hand, I can end with an IP as well, so that I can turn these two into a unicorn for an extra disruption. The extra deck is not very tight. I've got stuff that I need for my combo, but I also have a lot of other space, so I could play these cards for going second, which is really cool. I'm also playing Breaksword, because Breaksword next to Cherubini, like, I did that like 4 times. Just like, pop a card for free, it's really cool. Then I'm also playing one Dante. I summoned him a bunch, or not, sorry, I didn't summon him a bunch, but like, it's BA. There's BA cards, I'm making Dante sometimes. Then one Redoer, so you use this for the combo. So you summon this next to Rusty's Link Arrow. That's how you pop the Smoke Grenade. And so basically, you make it with a Herald, which you make with Violon Cube to search Smoke Grenade, and a Shade Brigandine that you get off Rusty. But if you have the tuner extenders, you could search Crusader Draco instead, so you can use Shade Brigandine and the Draco instead of the Herald, which gets you the extra Herald disruption. Beatrice, I never made this. Then Herald and the stupid card. Yeah. Onto the side deck. So the side deck is weird. This has been a staple in my side decks for a while now. I just think Gamma is too good. Like, it's the only hand trap that does anything. It works as a 6th card. Like, there was a bunch of people playing Orcust today, and so like the threat of VFD, like if they VFD me in the standby phase, this effectively works even if I draw it for turn. Yeah, it's just like the highest impact hand trap that doesn't like require my opponent to summon 5 times first. 2 Lava Golem, so I would play 3 of this, but I put Gamma in. I drew this once against the BA player, and I was able to out his Buster Lock because of it, which was pretty sacky, but yeah, I like Lava Golem, it's fun. 3 Dark Ruler. I only saw this in the finals against the Dragon Link player, but he couldn't play that game because he bricked unplayable, which sucked, but yeah. And then just back row stuff, so 2 twins and a Feather Duster because Feather Duster is just a better twin. And then 3 Evenly. I like Evenly. I don't have Lightning Storms, so this is kind of just like the next best thing against everything. I only saw it once against Eldlich, and he had Judgment for it, but I forced out the Judgment that I didn't know he had, and so I was able to play through the rest of his stuff like nothing. Yeah, that's it for the profile, guys. There's a lot I could experiment with, but for now, I'm happy with it. I don't like this deck. It's just aids like Dragoon. I don't like Dragoon. I don't like Needle Fiber, but I wanted to play a deck with Tour Guide, and this is the combo that I came up with. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Yeah, peace.